Welcome to Kansas City. My name is Adam Miller, and this is Block by Block. Now, I was born and raised in Kansas City, but there's always something new to discover about this place. The depth is unimaginable. We've teamed up with Visit KC to find out what's currently happening in our city and what's possible for our bright future. Before we get started, while I feel I look pretty good in this suit, things can always look a little bit better with some KC pride splashed across the chest. We've partnered up with Made Mob, don't forget the second B, a local streetwear company that boasts KC pride in every single artifact it creates. Let's hop on in and check them out.
What's up, my boy?
What's going on, Jesse? How you living?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm feeling good, but I feel like I can look even better with a little bit of your merch on me. So hoping you can help me get
Of course. I heard you doing a nice little segment for Visit KC.
That's
so
right,
we want to get you representing correctly.
Ooh, now this is the iconic, the original fit. I like this. You can't understand the depth of beauty that Kansas City has to offer unless you pass through the 18th and Vine Jazz District. With over 100 years of history, this area is not only important to Kansas City, but the world at large. Whether it's baseball, barbecue, or jazz, let's go check it out. Dr. Karma, so good to see you.
Adam, welcome to the Black Archives of Mid-America in Kansas City. I'm so glad you're here.
Happy to be here.
I
Thanks for
want to
having me
take you
today.
on a tour of our exhibition hall.
Okay, so Dr. Karma, what do we have here opening this exhibit for us?
It starts with the Langston Hughes poem, I Look at the World. We talk about people being woke, and that's what Hughes talks about. I look at the world from awakening eyes and a black face, and this is what I see. This fenced-off narrow space assigned to me. And this is what I know, that all these walls oppression builds will have to go. And that's what this exhibit is. It's the building of Black Kansas City. Well, this is the archives at the Black Archives. We literally have thousands of documents, photographs, and artifacts about Black life in Kansas City and in this region. So this is a replica of 18th Street, but you can see the bustling. All the people came to congregate here because this was the business district for Black Kansas City.
So I'm getting my bearings a little bit.
Yeah.
It looks like this old barbecue joint here is the original location for Gates.
You know, Gates is so significant to the city, as is Arthur Bryant's and barbecue in general.
Absolutely.
In general, so we're proud they were in the district. This 18th and Vine district was the mecca.
Gentlemen, I worked up a big appetite at the Black Archives earlier today. Very excited to be here with y'all. Mr. Gates, Ali, thank you for having me. George, thank you for having me. Happy to be here. Well, first of all, you all started on the Vine at 19th and Vine, right?
My dad initially was on the railroad. He was running as a waiter at first. At the time, there were no black people that they allowed to be a steward. Since he cannot become a steward, then he would just leave the railroad.
Okay.
And he did, and he wanted to start his own business. One of the people there said, I've got a deal for you. His brother-in-law owned a restaurant called Old Kentucky, and he wanted to sell. My dad bought the joint for $500
Oh man, come on, man. That's a student loan payment.
in 1946.
All right, well with that, should we eat?
Yeah, enjoy yourself.
I'm going in for this rib right here.
And what you do, pick up with your fingers. Don't use a knife and fork.
I wasn't gonna use it. You see my forks and knives out here? I'm going right for it. Do I need a plate? Y'all recommend a plate?
You gotta
I ain't even gonna go up.
you gotta have someplace for it to rest.
It ain't resting. I'm holding it the whole time. What you mean, man? I'm going straight in for the bite. Hold on, this side. Oh, this looks good, right? Now with a full belly from our friends over at Gates, it's time to fill my spirit a little bit more with the spirit of the Vine, particularly at 2000 Vine. Help me with that conversation. It's Tim, Warren, and Kemet.
So this building is part of the infrastructure campus of Kansas City, Missouri. You're looking at some amazing art, and we definitely are collaborators.
Yeah.
But the art created here is by a local artist named Warren Harvey.
Oh, there he is.
How you doing, brother?
What's up, brother? How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. All right, so this is your art.
This is my art.
All
This
right.
is all my art.
Well, introduce me to one of these pieces. I mean, this is amazing.
Well, this piece right here is called Inspire. And I put different words on my artwork because that's the main purpose, is to empower, inspire, encourage people through my artwork.
The Vibe Guide on the Vine. Now, I know you're one of 7 amazing creators in this area. Are there any other people that you can introduce me to while I'm
Actually, next door,
here? Okay.
it's an awesome brewery.
All right, I've worked up a little bit of a thirst, so maybe walk me over.
Go get you some beer.
All right, man, I'm in
Yes,
it.
sir. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
We're in the South Building.
Okay.
Where you'll have a great beer,
Yeah.
great conversation,
Yeah.
with a great man.
Oh, I like all those, the 3 greats.
Here's Kimmit.
Kimmit, what's happening, brother?
Appreciate you guys.
Hey, thank you, Warren. Appreciate you, man. Oh, this hoodie's fresh. Do I get this with the beer? Oh, this is awesome. The aesthetic, the design, the feel. It smells like creativity in here, man. So I know the beer is gonna live up to par with that.
The concept is about 2 years old. It kind of started by myself, and I asked my partners, Woody Bonds, Elliot Ivory, if they wanted to be a part of it, and they said yes.
Okay.
We were looking at different locations around the city. I'm born and raised here in Kansas City. They've been here for a while. And we looked at all the neighborhoods, and we looked at our values and the things that we wanted to be our brand pillars, and it was an obvious choice that 18th and Vine was a spot for that. We try to be a reflection of this neighborhood.
Jazz goes with the Vine like tourists go with Kansas City. For over a century, the soundtrack to this district has been jazz. But where did it find its genesis? Right here at the Mutual Musicians Foundation. This is the first National Historic Landmark in all of Kansas City, and the oldest continuously operating jazz house in the entire world. Here to help me learn more about this legacy is James McGee. Let's hop on in, catch a tune or two. James, what's going on, man? How you living?
Much, man. I'm doing good, man. Appreciate you stopping by,
Appreciate
man.
you having me, sir.
We can start here. You know, we have our historic panoramic photo that was taken May 4th, 1930. Let's go on in, man. I'll show you some more stuff.
Please do. Let's do it. We're here. We're here.
Man, you know, just show you a little something, you know, some of our historic mural. you
Okay,
know.
okay, I'm in.
Mutual Musicians Foundation was historically known as Musicians Local 627, Colored Musicians Union.
Okay.
So you had the White Musicians Union, 37, 34, and Local 627 for the Black musicians.
All right.
So this is the hub where they came, handle their business, handle their artistry.
Okay, let me try real quick.
Come on, I'll let you try. You definitely got to head over to the American Jazz Museum, talk to Rashida Phillips, the executive director. You've got to get that experience over there because it's world class.
Rashida, it is so good to see you.
Adam, it's a pleasure. Welcome to the American Jazz Museum at the Museums of 18th and Vine. Louis Armstrong, of course, one of the forefathers of jazz. We got Duke Ellington, who played the keys, who was really important to the scene. Around this corner, we've got Ella Fitzgerald, the First Lady of
the
Song.
Queen.
That's right.
All right.
This is the crown jewel of our collection here at the American Jazz Museum. So what's special about it is that there are only 2 Charlie Parker saxophones in the world. We've got one here in this Grafton saxophone, and there's one at the Smithsonian up in DC, which is the other one. We are always welcoming our tourists and our locals alike because we have so much history that not only lives in these cases, but lives in front of us. So let me show you where jazz lives as we listen to it in our world famous Blue Room during our Indigo Hour. on
Indigo
Friday.
Hour. I see what y'all did there. I'm hearing some notes on the night air.
That's
Let's jump
right.
on in here and check
Let's
it out.
check it out.
Please, after you. While at the museums at 18th and Vine, I took a stop by the iconic Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. Organized in 1920, a league structure was formed under the guidance of Rube Foster, a former player, manager, and owner for the Chicago American Giants. In a meeting held right across the street at the Paseo YMCA here on the Vine, Foster and others joined together to form the Negro National League. this institution continues to be a pillar to the neighborhood, representing a legacy of athleticism, professionalism, and excellence in the Black community. As the golden hour falls upon us, we find ourselves at the Kansas City Juke House, home of the Soul Sessions. What are the Soul Sessions, you ask? A weekly live performance that takes place right here at 18th and Vine, started by two entrepreneurs here in the city, Simeon Taylor and Mark Moormore, AKA Mark My Barber. Let's hop on inside, see what tunes we can find.
What's up, Adam, man? How you doing?
It's good, Mark. How you living?
Yeah, good to see you, man. I'm great.
Great to be here.
Yeah.
Great to be here on the Vine, man, but especially at the Juke House, man. I'm very excited to experience the Soul Sessions with you. What am I gonna get into tonight with you, man?
We got live music tonight. We got jazz, we got poetry, and hip hop, man. I want you to take it.
Cultural collision.
Collision, bro. Let's go. Let's
get
it out, man.
All right,
Thank you.
man. My favorite part of the day, perhaps.
Yes, sir.
I love music, man.
Yes, sir.
And you know, the Vine is sort of the nexus of all musicians. Musicians such as Count Basie, Charlie Parker, Duke Ellington,
all great
just
stuff.
to name a few.
My guy Simeon actually created this about 13, I'm going on 14 years ago.
Okay.
And I believe he was heavily influenced by all those artists.
Yeah.
As you can tell by the artists that come here. Juke House is really one of the only entertainment spots around the Vine Parts, club and restaurant wise. So every artist can come every Monday and display their talents.
Not only are you the host of this, but you're a guest, just like the rest of us. You don't know what these artists are gonna put down.
Not at all. You get surprised every Monday, man. I would say Soul Sessions is like the Kansas City version of the Apollo.
Ooh.
Yeah. I feel like it's vital for anybody. If you come here, you get you some Gates.
Oh,
you come to Soul Sessions.
I like it. That's a good order. Gates and Soul Sessions,
So,
man.
Every Monday.
I love it.
This is the place to be.
All right. Well, I'm glad I'm in the place. Music's dropping. For over 100 years, this district has produced some of Kansas City's most iconic names and brands. And today, we have the contributions of many of the artists, musicians, and community builders who continue the legacy of this neighborhood, immortalizing the name 18th and Vine Jazz District.